going to speak in English because I don't speak French. Maybe you are all French, yeah, but you understand English. Yes. Sorry.
I don't translate.
Okay. So in this side, everyone is Portuguese. That's okay. So I'm here to speak a little bit about machine and other software that is able. I'm going to start about machine, talking about machine, the possibilities, how to make sound, music, full music, drum, bass, guitars, organ, pianos, everything. You can do anything with machine. You can do full track. And then I use Ableton to make the sequence of the track. First, I do in here all the sounds I want, and then I put on the Ableton. I put every sound for that. You're going to see how I do that. I'm going to start a track from the scratch because in here you see I have a little bit. It's already done. I don't have sound here. I made house music. I don't know. You like house music? Everyone likes house music. I use machine to make my tracks. And here I have almost a full track. We have the beats. We have some effects. We have the bass. As you can hear. The machine, it's not only a software, it brings hardware that controls everything you see in there. This controls everything. If I stop the sound, in here, which pad I have in here, I have a sound, like this. In here I have a kick. Sorry. A clap, snares, shaker, ride, hi-hat, some congas and other stuff, and bass. I put the sounds in here and we can change this because if I select the bass, is this yellow button here, if I select the bass and I press shift and pad mode, the machine changes the pads for the keyboard, like a piano. I have a piano here, but if I play here, it's the same thing that plays in piano. I have the C, the D, I have everything in here, and I can play melodies like this. If I don't have some piano, some MIDI controller like this one, I can play in machine. It's a cool thing, and machine have other stuff. I'm going to show you because some people who make house music not really a musician, don't know how to play keyboards, guitars, and stuff like that. So the machine have a control in here that we can change to harmonies, and we can do. We can do chords, major, minor, with 7, with 9, So I change the machine to the harmony, and in here I have select major. So when I click one of these pads, gives me, you see, lights this one, and this one. When I play this is a C. When I play this, give me a chord of C. So I can play a melody in here. But all the chords I made now, it's major. If I want to make a minor, I have to change to minor, like this. Minor. Minor. And major. button here that it's not repeats. With note repeats, we can play the chord, but one step at a time, like this. It's the chord, but it's one step at a time, and we can put the chord go up, or we can put the chord go down. Now it's up. Like this is down. It starts backwards. Let me change the sound for you can see better with other sound here. Let me see. Okay, it's better for you to listen. If I change the rates, it's 1 to 4. If I put 1 to 8 or 1 to 16, we can do the scale with this. We can do cool things with this stuff. On machine, we have to. On this sound, I can multiple effects. I have compressors, gates, transient master, limiter. So, but I have here reflex, reverb, another reverb. Let's put a little bit of reverb. Let's take the beat. I can make all this on the hardware. I only make on the software for you can see. Because I can came here, select browse, and I choose a delay, bit delay. You see, appears that. You can use the hardware for everything. You can close the computer almost and use the hardware for everything. So now I have a delay on the sound. If I put again, I'm going up. And gives me a delay on the sound. And you have all the parameters that other delays have on the other programs. You have feedback, crossover, color, split, stereo, mix. You have all the parameters here. If you explore this, you can do very cool things with this stuff. Now I'm going to open a new project, an empty project, and I'm going to start to make from scratch a track. In here we have drums, loops, one shots, then we have effects. In here, instruments. You can see here all the instruments I have in machine. We have guitars, basses, we have vintage organs, West Africa is percussion.
These ones are the synths or the instruments who are in the machine or are plugged in?
No, this is, I have this hard drive here. This hard drive here is buying not with machine. I have to buy I don't know how to say in English, but in the other day, it costs 1,000 euros, but it have a lot of sounds. So I have all the stuff for machine. When you install this, because it's from Native Instruments, automatically appears inside the machine. Every instrument appears inside. So when you talked to me first, and you said you use Logic, right? So when you open Logic and you want to open some of this VST, you have to go to VST, open the sound. In here, I don't need that, because if I close this again, if I don't want a specific VST, I can only come here. I select bass. In bass, then I have bass addictive, arpeggiator, short, dry, many types of bass. If I don't select any one, I have all the basses in here. All the basses you see in here.
From everything you got.
Everything, yeah. Every VST, you have a full list in here. The star in the front is some sounds that I already hear. Maybe change some parameters or something. I can use the this instrument is MIDI. And the computer itself has to break. Yeah, computer, it's not so strong. Your own stuff. In here, you see, it's blinking. The pads are on there. It's blinking. So we have another sounds in here that we don't use on this kit. So we can just clean this up. And I have the sounds in here. This is a drum, acoustic drum. And we have a lot acoustic drums, and with a good sounds. Very quality. Then we have analog kits. I think everyone knows 808. I'm going to clean up this, and maybe I'm going to start with this kit, with these sounds. I'm going to start to make a track, the beginning at least. So we have the step sequencer. I only can see here. When I change to step sequencer, I choose this, is a kick. And I want to make the kick 4x4 for my track. So I select step, and this, it's going down. So when I paint in here, you are going to hear the kick. So, and these pads have key pressure. If you press hard, you listen hard. If you press slow, you listen too smooth. So we have a button here. It's fixed level. With the fixed level, when I press it, when I put the kick, you see the velocities on there. Every velocity are on the same volume. I'm going to use this kit to start to make a track. We can record like this when I put on step sequencer and everything is on the grid, or we can record live. I can push the rec button and I play it live. When I start my tracks, sometimes I want to make a rhythm that I don't know where it is on the grid. So I play it, I put rec, then I quantize the sound to make everything on the grid. Some sounds are good to have on the grid, other one not, because don't have the human touch. It's like a machine working. Sometimes we want to put the human touch on the thing. I want to use this sound here, but has a lot of sustain and a lot of release. So in machine we can choose ADSR, attack, decay, sustain and release. When I can put the sound shorter or I can put the sound longer. In this case I want to put shorter. Like this. When you see here on the release. And the decay, you see it's more longer. It's more shorter now. I already record and I made quantize. And we can use the sounds too. This one, it's drum thing, but you can change the machine. I select the sound, I select the pad, and then I can change to pad mode. And I have notes, I have notes too on the drums. If you want to make a melody with drums, you can. To make this sound, I use the note repeat. With this note repeat, I can make this. If I need to make this with my own hands, I have to be very, very quick on the pads to can do this. So the machine do this for me. And I can change. We have 1 to 16, I can change 1 to 32, 64, 128. It's the maximum. This one is 1 to 16. And at the beginning, we start with this kit, but if I want to put a sound that I don't have inside this kit, I can change only one pad. I don't have to change all the kit. So this sound I put is a shaker, so I can simply go here, select drums, shaker, and I have all the shakers I have on the machine. And I want to hear this sound with this rhythm, and I'm going to start to see which I like more. Like this. Now we have a 4-bar loop, and we want to put more bars, a loop bigger, to make some difference on the sound, some break with snare or something like that. I'll make it here. I can press Alt and drag it. Okay, now I have 4-bar loop. This that I made here, to select to put bigger, I can do in here on the steps. I choose step, and I can put here. This is double. If I select this button, you see upstairs, double again. Now we have 16 bar. Yeah. I deleted because the loop is too big to make this on the recording at the time. So I put on the on step sequencer. And in here, you can choose all the volumes of each sound. You can choose the volumes to make the sounds. I don't know. If I put the kick too loud, you can hear the snare or something like that. So you have to do a little bit of mixing on the track. You can do that in here. And in here is on software. If I want to change the kick, I just press the kick, select the volume in here on the hardware, and I can choose this. This is everything because it's selected. I want to unselect this. Everything is selected and I can't unselect. Why? Okay. Okay, if I select here, you see the kick, the volume, and you can see the dBs on the left side. And I can make my own mix, the first mix when I made the track, when I'm start to make the track. Okay, the machine is, we have groups in here. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We have 8 groups in here, which each group you can put 16 sounds, it's 16 pads. And we can select, when the groups are finished, we can add more groups. You can have A2, B2, it's infinite. You can use everything, you can use a lot of groups. I don't think it's needed because the track don't need more sounds than, I don't know, maybe 3 groups or 4. It's what I use, but it's only to you. So I have in here, sometimes I put the drums on the first group. Then I select the B and I put some bass lines and stuff like that. So I came here. Select the pad. I'm going to change one thing on the beat. I'm going to change the kick to the kick of 909. I don't like 808, it's too smooth. bass line, I use only two notes. I use a C and a G to bass line. It's a simple bass line. Then I made this organ here, and I use a chord of C minor. I use a chord C minor. You can see on there the notes I'm playing. It's one here, it's an error. I use this chord. I'm going to choose another sound. If I want to record this I'm doing now, I have to put more bars because I only work with one bar now. So let's double this. I have to double again. Because I record on the keyboard have sensitivity on the keyboard, on the keys. So you see in here the velocities, some are up, some are down. So sometimes on this type of melodies I leave it as I play it because it's the human touch. And sometimes the machine have quantized automatically. So sometimes I put some of this, or front, or back, a little bit to have a human touch, like was somebody really playing. I really play, but it's recorded. So this sound, I put just a little bit of delay and I put it just there. I don't play every time on the song. So I can use this bass and I can add, I don't know, if you would like to sing or say some words, because we can add some words. You can sing to your computer if you don't have a cool microphone, a cool condenser or something like that. You can record to your computer, because then you can change everything. It's not the maximum quality, we know that, because the mic of the computer, it's not so good. But if it was for house, if it's for house, that's okay, because you can change, manipulate the sound, add lots and effects, and when you hear the voice, you don't think it's you. It's changed. Everything is changed. Let me see if I have one vocal here. I think I have one here. Let's see if I can. It's not me, but so I have a vocal, a loop. We can
Don't
hear.
break my heart. No, don't break my heart. I'm in love with you, forgive me.
She said a lot of words. So in machine we have something that is sampling. When we choose here sampling, we can see the loop, the waveform of the loop, and we can cut, make chop. We can cut the beginning, the end, so we can go and just pick up one word or something like that. So let's see what you can do.
Break, 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 break. Break, break,
I'm changing the tune of the vocal.
break, 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 break.
Before that, let me just add. I'm going to, when you see here, master, group, and sound, now is selected sound. If I add effects, it only affects this pad here. If I select group, when everything I put on the group C is going to have the same effect for every loop. So I have this word. I'm going to put on the group some effects. Let's start with the little bit of reverb. Let me just cut this. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Sometimes I choose the loop of the vocal, and sometimes I don't like. It's one of that times now. So what I can do, I just put the music playing, and I'm start to make this. Choose another part of the vocal. too big, the loop, so I'm going to cut this. And use less bars. I can use this because I make this little cut on the vocal, so I can use a button here if I want to continue to add more stuff of this vocal. I just duplicate it. I select duplicate, select the pad that is the vocal, she's blinking, and select that one. I have another like that on this pad, so I can choose another word, another sound. I start with the external 2 because the external 1 is already in use for master of the Ableton. So I have to start with external 2.